If you want to see how I went from being this beautiful locked queen to this aqua blue-green goddess, just keep on watching. When it comes to locks and wigs, you want to start off with a good base. I've noticed that what works best for me versus traditional cornrows is to do the overhand method or the French braid method to kind of tuck my locks. They look a lot lumpier when I use the regular cornrow method. So I used this method to kind of help keep my hair nice and flat. So I kind of basically plaited my hair into a few big chunks because I wanted my hair to be wavy. But I was like, since my hair is kind of flat, I want to try putting a wig over it. As you can see, my locks are not as long as others, but it's definitely a pretty good length, and they are kind of thick. Not as thick as they used to be, but you know, thick enough that it definitely makes wearing wigs kind of hard. So I'm kind of just gonna play around with the position of my locks until I feel like they are like as flat as they could be. And I'm gonna bobby pin them down and just, you know, go from here. Thank you. Frustrating that was for y'all, because y'all could see what I, you know, can't see. So I know if it was me, I probably would have been like, no, put it right there, put it right there. So I'm gonna just put this on my head to kind of try to, oh, it's all right, but I can't handle any more bobby pins in my head. I don't like having my hairstyle. I don't like having it braided up. I never was tender-headed until like after I got my locks, and then I guess because I don't do a lot to my scalp, I'd be like, oh my gosh, why does that hurt so bad? Like everything hurts. I want to take these things out. Like I want to give up on my hair being curly and everything, or wavy, whatever. Watch out, boo. Baby. I know people care about this type of stuff when they watch hair videos, so I'm using my Duval hair straightener. I opted for this one because instead of having like the turn up dial, it has a click, 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 so you can go through the heat settings that way. I think you sound great. But I think I need you to keep your head still. Can you turn a little bit or something? So I can see.
I don't want it. I hate it here. I want to go.
Okay. So inside of this wig, I have a band, but I have my band pulling at my part to kind of keep my part flat because that's kind of all I really care about. You can kind of work around everything else if your part is flat. Blythe! I'm trying to record, dear. Okay. Very crooked. You see, it's not even really down, but it's flat on my part, so I can work around everything else. Now, if your hair is really like long or thick like mine or longer than mine, I don't recommend this because like all of this is out. They're just not. The wigs just aren't big enough. You know how I have this hump because of my lock? I'm gonna just, you know, make it so that it's like you know, a bump, a lift, a hump, you know. Like, I'm gonna make it look like it's supposed to be like that, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like, where's that bow? The pink and
What
pink
here?
nonsense. Can you hear from me? Thank you.
You want uncle?
No. The hairline on these sensational wigs are actually pretty great considering the price point as well as, you know, this not being human hair. It is heat safe. It's just the lace is still kind of thick, so you do have a pretty clear line of demarcation. So I found that, you know, adding the baby hair, of course, just helps to mask that little line that you get. So that's all I'm doing is making some pretty little baby hairs. And you know, if you've been subscribed for a while, you see the girl is getting a little bit better with the baby hair skill, cause y'all know I be struggling with this part. But yes, I love having the baby hair and then having kind of like that little open part where the brown quote unquote scalp is, and then, you know, pushing the hair back. I think that makes it look a little more forgiving and more natural. And I'm going to go in with this Duval instead of my hot comb because, you know, it's not human hair, and the flat iron does get hot enough on the outside to actually, you know, curl your hair into like waves or spirals. So it is giving me enough heat to smooth out my hair without burning it, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. So I can still feel the heat from this down to my part, but it's not so hot that it's burning the hair. I just want the hair to look as smooth and, you know, blended in as possible. I did tie my hair down for a bit while I threw some concealer and some contour on, so, you know, I can show y'all how cute this really came out. And so I'm just gonna hit those ends that I didn't quite get because Blythe was moving around. I don't have a mannequin head anymore, so, you know, one of the perks of having a daughter, use her as my mannequin head. But basically, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I miss wearing colored hair, so, you know, be on the lookout because I love having colored hair. I probably won't do any more short hair because, yeah, it just, y'all saw how much I had left out So of course, having a longer wig, I could kind of, you know, smooth it down around the front a lot better. But all in all, I think this hair color is super pretty. And if you need a shade range, I'm like 420, 430. And then that one color in MAC that, you know, everyone is. So I love how this turned out on my skin tone. So give it a try. Thank you guys so much for watching.